Hey folks, Micah McGee here. It is time for us to make sausage. We just finished our last batch. We usually make between 30 to 50 pounds each batch. I got a bunch of kids and a bunch of people that likes to eat. We're gonna make this batch a little different. Last batch we made super hot and we could all eat it, but not everybody enjoyed it. This time we're going for a sage flavored sausage, and it's gonna have deer primarily, it's gonna have wild hog, and the fat we're gonna put in is gonna be mangalitsa fat. So let's get with it. This right here is solid frozen wild pork. Got some fat in it. I like to grind this through at least half frozen. That way it really keeps the sausage cold. That's how you make a good sausage. I've had a lot of people ask me recently, how do I make my sausage? This is how I make my sausage. I like to take the frozen meat and cut it in strips like this that will fit right in the grinder. Some of this meat's already been ground once on a coarse grind. Some of this meat has never been ground. The fat's never been ground. We're going to season it and put it through twice. You might be wondering, how do you take these three different products and grind them and have it equalized and pretty consistent throughout the entire batch? Well, I cut my deer meat that's already ground, and then I spread it apart, and I put the pig meat in between, and I just keep staggering it down through there. And then I will cover the entire surface with the mangalitsa fat, and then we'll season it, run it through twice, and we've got it. All right, let's talk about the seasonings we're gonna use. We're gonna use for our base seasoning, pork sausage seasoning. I use Legs brand. It is really good stuff. This is enough for 25 pounds. We've got 50 pounds, so I've got 2 of these I'm gonna use. I'm gonna add to that some coarse ground black pepper. Our last batch was super hot, so I'm not gonna put Carolina Reapers in it. I'm just gonna pour a little bit of this, some of our lemon starburst, dehydrated and ground. I'm gonna add some garlic and fennel seed. And as I mentioned before, we're gonna really throw the sage to it. So the way I do it, I pour it over the top. I don't have a meat mixer, and this grinder mixes just fine. I'm just gonna put it over the top of this before we grind it, and then by the time we get it ground through the second time, it's gonna be well mixed. All right, it's time to start grinding. We use a generator because we don't have electricity here. We're gonna crank it up and get started right now. First thing I like to slide through is some deer meat because it's slick and it's not greasy, and it'll just slide right on through, and it'll get the whole surface area moistened up, ready to go. And then you can throw your fat in like this, and it'll just roll right on in. Now we got wild hog meat and fat going through. Now we got mangalitsa fat going through. Look at that. Deer meat. And this is all mostly frozen, so it stays nice and chilled. Everything is cold. All right, you can see very clearly the distinctness between the fat and the meat. Some of the pork has meat in it, but you can obviously see this. When we mix it through the second time, you are not going to believe how nice it's going to look. There's the wild pork. It's got fat mixed in it. There's the mangalitsa fat, just pure gold. It's the pure rich goodness right there. Look at that. Then we got the deer meat here. It's the most lean meat like on earth, which makes it perfect for mixing in this sausage. All right, that's all of the first grind. We always do the second grind with the smaller plate. So let's get it out. This junk right here off from around the knife before I get started on the next round, because you can have some serious issues if you don't. All right, for this, you need a spoon. You're just gonna scoop it out, throw it on there, and then you're gonna use your plunger to get it on through. Now you're going to notice the color in the sausage is going to be very uniform as it comes out. It looks perfect. I mean, absolutely perfect. I've got 50 pounds of this to do. We're going to fry some up right quick and see how good it is. All right, we're down to the bottom basically here. I just want to show you how this is still frozen. It's still in a pretty frozen state. I don't know if you can tell by looking, probably not. This mangalitsa fat smears very easily in a grinder. So if you don't have it frozen, it's gonna just smear in with the meat and you're not gonna be able to look at your sausage and see clear, distinct fat meat lines. So if you don't want your sausage fat to smear, freeze it first. All right, that's got the last of it right there. Just as we finished grinding, David got finished cooking. Perfect. We're going to do a taste test right now. All right, guys, time to try out this sausage. We got Frank trying it out today. I'm just going to go ahead and break it up. I did wash my hands for the record. I don't know why I don't have a knife over here. Let's let the old man go first. If it's poison, it'll kill him. All right, guys, help yourself. Let's see what it's like. What's the matter, son? It's hot. Oh, it's hot. It ain't bad once you get it in your mouth. Well, that's got great seasoning. We got just the perfect amount of spice in it. Not too hot, but I can feel a little bit of a tingle in my, I feel a little tingle in my dingle back in there. That's perfect. You don't want smoke coming out your ears, but you do want your tonsils to wiggle just a little bit. Boy, that's good. I did not add extra salt. The Legs brand seasoning had plenty. Someday I'm gonna use some camp dog seasoning in there from Papa Scott. I am out right now. I don't have any more Papa Scott seasonings, so we'll have to rectify that situation. But for now, we eating high on the hog here with the wild hog, the tame Wilbur fat, and a deer. So it's a perfect combination if you like sausage. It's got just the right amount of fat in it. I can't tell you the ratio because when I do stuff, I don't really do ratio. I just flop stuff on the table and use it. And this time it turned out great. The last few times we had not had Wilbur fat to put in it, and so we ended up just a little bit on the lean side. That's not gonna be a problem now. I hope through these videos that we can show you how to not be intimidated to try new things. That's one thing that we love to do, is to try new things, as you know by now. But that's all we've got for you today. We appreciate you. Hope you have a great day. But we'll see you on the next video.